progress, the more connections we make with the county. Okay, thank you. Report number 41. This is the status report on health and safety policies and training at Lambton Shores. We received a binder with the health and safety documentation, and there's a recommendation on the agenda. Report number 41. Councillor Ullman.
I'll move the recommendation, and with thanks to those who are developing the policy and procedures.
Okay. Councillor Scott, second that. Questions to that? All in favor? Carried. CO report 42. This is staff training and development. This is an update on what's in place out there and how our staff are encouraged to upgrade themselves. Take the courses if available. Any questions on that? Councillor Bonster.
Are we doing enough, for you to John, are we doing enough in terms of contribution and encouragement and whatever to recognition?
I think so. I try to indicate you'd always like more, but I think it's measured, and one of the challenges is maintaining operations and sending people away for training and so on and so forth. So it's a fine balance. I think we're meeting our needs. We want to keep pace with it, and so we talk strategically as a management team about each department head does an assessment of where their staff are. I think if we ever had a situation where there was a real need, I'd come back to council and seek some direction to raid the fluff fund or
The Yeoman Fund.
Yeah.
No, the reason I asked, Mayor, is because it's important, and you've hit on it in an earlier discussion about the future and attracting people to come to your community to work, and that is a real attraction. If you can get an education paid for, that I'm all for that. I think that's great.
I would say that the union expressed during our deliberations an increased desire to further their training, and so we're trying to address those needs as well.
That again is a communication on what courses are available and who's interested in, and getting the staff aware of that there is opportunities there. Okay, motion to have that report received for information. Councillor McGuire, Deputy Mayor Day. All in favor of that? Carried. 8.4, this is the report 44 for emergency generator for this facility. Deputy Mayor Day.
Well, I believe it's really essential for us to get the generator for this facility. It's the last one. The fire departments that's needing it, and so I'd like to make that motion that we do take the money from the capital asset and fire department reserve fund, and after it's tendered, right?
Right.
It's expected to be tendered.
Yes, yeah, no, we're putting the spec together at this point in time, then we will get firm prices.
Very good. Thank you. Yeah, so much.
And it's, you mentioned about the county EMS and getting them to handy up, and we'll have to.
Yeah, they've been very positive about it.
Awesome.
Okay. Any other questions? All in favor? Carried. 8.5, this report 47 on the collective agreement. And there's a recommendation there as well. Councillor Cook?
I'll move the recommendation.
Councillor Owen, second that. Questions on that report? This was an agreement for 3 years.
Yes.
And this suggests the non-union in the same percentages in the recommendations. Councillor
The good news is it takes us into another term, which is a council, so you have that year to bridge, which is good. So that was a good move.
Any other questions on that? All in favor of that? Opposed? Carried. 8.6, report 48 from the Office of the Ombudsman. This is was sent to us. Councillor Owen?
And I'm I'm looking at the letter that we received from them, and the very last sentence we ask that you notify our office when you've had the opportunity to share this. So I guess I'll make that motion that we notify the Ombudsman's office that the report has been received and shared with council, suggestions noted.
Okay. Seconder for that? Councillor Monster? Any other questions, comments? Councillor Owen?
And just that the minutes reflect that our procedures and protocol were appropriate.
Okay. All in favor of that? That's carried. Thank you. Planning 8.7, this is, the Spears have asked for an amendment to their site plan agreement, and we asked for a report brought back with an agreement. To extend that, Councillor Owen?
Recommendation.
The recommendation, second by Deputy Mayor Day. Questions to that? All in favor of that? That's carried. Agreement. 8.8 is report 32, Port Cramps Ice Management Study. This is a report for councilors' consideration. There's some alternatives in there. Questions? Do we want to have Brett come to the table and explain this to us? Come on up, Brett. The bottom of the report is some suggestions for next steps, but I'll let Brett, anything you want to add to this? It was a comprehensive report.
I just realized that I suggested that we should put flood-proofing perms in, so we can offer funding for the ladies of Port Francis.
Special deals.
I can talk to my hairdresser if you'd like.
Yeah.
For high humidity floods, right?
No, this is something that's been around for quite a while. And what I tried to do is just pick out what I thought were some of the most important points out of the most recent report and some of the historical ones. So what you see here is a number of alternatives with costs updated to last year. The key to remember in all of these alternatives is that it's a significant investment with no guarantee. So it's all based on theory, and anything that's based on theory is never proved until tested. So that's one of the inherent risks in the process. There was a suggestion that, and I've added it in here, for alternative 1D, which is another dredging alternative, and that's that we buy our own equipment and dredge the marina on our own, and then also look at dredging some other locations as well. It's not, again, that's a significant investment, and it's a significant investment in time and capital. When you look at time, when we're given dredging windows, it's very short, and it even specifies the time of day that you can dredge. So even to pull a small amount of material out, in the order of 1,200 cubic meters, it takes upwards of 7 days of 8 hours of dredging. So this option, it's a high capital cost and a high staff time investment as well. So we probably lose a staff member for a significant period of time. So, and that's just a couple of qualifiers.
Mayor, could I just ask a question on this one?
Please do.
You talked about if we went out to say, for example, to Sarnia and said we're prepared to dredge, we would be assuming the role of a contractor.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Is it possible to do that through municipal agreements between municipalities, or is that bypassing the tender process, and would that be seen as a...
I think that'd be up to, it's tough to answer, because it'd be up to each respective municipality to decide whether or not they want to circumvent their purchasing policy. I've been involved in one in the past where we did have, in a previous life, where a municipality offered very much similar to operate a certain system. At that point in time, again, it was that municipality's decision to stick with their purchasing bylaw.
ABCA is often the person, well, that's where we go to get our permits and things
Yes.
like that. So they would be another source, because they're always doing dredging all the way down to the neighboring municipalities. So they would be able to help us with that too, or?
Well, that's where we get into the second part of the report, where we talk about some of the cost sharing alternatives. So what, the second portion of